What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ariel, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all of the likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions so far. You guys are great. We're growing together, and that's awesome. So round of applause to you from me, right? In today's video, we're going to be talking about what does it take to be successful, right? Because a lot of people want to be successful. A lot of people want to make a lot of money. A lot of people want to be happy. A lot of people want financial freedom. They want peace of mind. They want the ability to wake up when they want, go to sleep when they want, spend how much money they want, go on as many vacations as they want. People just want the absolute best that life has to offer most of the time, right? Now, there is some people who do not care if they're wealthy. There is some people who do not care if they make millions of dollars. There's some people who do not care about going on multiple vacations, having a luxury lifestyle, and doing all of these things, right? So if you're one of those people, this video is not for you, right? This video is for people who have a burning desire to be successful. This video is for people who want to have that ultimate goal of financial freedom and to build generational wealth. This video is for all of those who are professionals and entrepreneurs aspiring one day to reach that sweet spot. That sweet spot meaning the money that they make and the time that they have, right? Because you can reach that sweet spot while having a job where you're making a lot of money and you have a lot of time with your family as well. You can go on multiple vacations. You can live the luxury lifestyle. You can go to your children's sporting events. You can go to their dance recitals. You can go to whatever activity they're participating in because you have that freedom at your job or you have that freedom in your business. So if you're not one of those people, then you might as well turn the video off right now. But if you're one of those people who have a desire to be successful, then hit that like button, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. We're about to get into this thing. What does it take to be successful, right? So I've been studying success for the past 4 years now, right? When I started my entrepreneurial journey, I started wondering, what does it take to be successful? What do I have to do? When do I have to do it? Why do I have to do it? What do I need, right? What don't I have? I started asking myself all of these questions. Why? Because I wanted to be successful. And here's the thing. Tony Robbins said, the quality of your life depends on the quality of questions that you ask. That's a powerful bar because a lot of people are not asking the right questions. They're not having the right conversations. They're not talking to the right people. So if you're not talking to the right people and you're not asking the right questions, then it's going to be harder for you to be successful. It's going to take you longer to be successful because you haven't mastered the art of questions, man. If you ask good questions, you get good answers. You ask great questions, you get great answers. And the better questions you ask, the better quality of life you will have, right? Because what does the Bible say? Asking you shall receive, right? But most of us aren't asking. And if we are asking, we're not asking the right questions. We're not asking God, what do you want me to do, God? We're not asking God to bless the vision, bless the plan. We're not asking God to help us persevere when times get hard. We're not asking God to put the right people in our lives. We're not asking God to take away the distractions, right? We're not asking the right questions to the Creator, and we're not asking the right questions to other people on this planet. There's a bunch of successful people. They're on YouTube, they're on Google, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're all over the place, right? But you're not putting in the right questions on Google. You're not putting in the right questions in the YouTube search engine. So you're not getting to the right answers. And you're not talking to the right people. You're not having those 6-figure, 7-figure conversations. You're not having those conversations with people who were married for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You're not asking them the right questions either. We have a lot of these people also in our families as well, right? But we're not asking our family members the right questions. We're not asking our aunts and our uncles and our cousins and our grandparents, who do you know? Do you know anybody successful? Auntie, is it possible for you to go into your phone and look through your contacts and see anybody in the industry of speaking? See anybody in the industry of construction? Do you know anybody who can help me in entrepreneurship, right? These are good questions. These are specific questions. These are questions that's going to lead to direct answers. It's either going to be a yes or it's going to be a no. But you have to ask in order to receive. You got to ask the right questions. So what does it take to be successful? It takes you asking the right questions. That's the first step. Start asking questions. Why? Because the root word of question is quest, right? You are on a quest. You are on a journey. You are on a mission to find the answer. So you got to go on the quest. You got to ask the questions, right? That's number one. Number two, what does it take to be successful? With all my studies, with all my conversations that I'm having, it's absolutely work ethic, man. Work, grind, right? And there is like this attack on hustle culture. There's this attack on work culture, right? There's this attack on outworking your competition. There's people actually creating articles and YouTube pages that's talking about, hustle culture, grind culture, and you working yourself to death, and you're not able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you overworking yourself, and all of these other things, right? And I'm here to tell you, the only time work comes before success is the only time that success comes before work is in the dictionary, right? Success only comes before work in a dictionary. So you have to work in order to be successful. You got to put the hours in. What do they say? It takes 10,000 hours to be a master, right? At whatever your craft is, it's going to take you 5 to 10 years to have a successful business, right? And that's on average. Some people it's going to take longer than that. It might take you 15 years. It might take you 20 years. Some people it might take 2 years. Some people it might take 1 year. You never know, right? So you have to put in the work. You have to grind. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the time. You got to put in the reps. You got to practice in the dark when no one is looking. You got to really want it. You got to really desire it, right? And that's what leads me to number 3, your desire. You have to have a burning desire if you're going to be successful, right? You got to have daydreams about it. You got to dream about it at night. You got to talk about it to friends and family members. Everyone around you has to know what you want to do, right? Because that's how you know you have a burning desire. When you think about it all day, it's like an obsession. You watch movies about it. You read books about it. You have conversations about it. You daydream about it. You dream about it at night. It's like the only thing on your mind that you want to work towards is what you want to do. You want to put in so much work that you don't have time for distractions, right? You got to have a burning desire if you're going to be successful. You got to have a burning desire. You have to, right? Like I told you in the beginning of this video is not for people who just halfway want to be successful. This video is not for people who want to be in middle class. This video is not for people who want to just skate through in life, right? If you want to be successful, what does it take to be successful? It takes a burning desire deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul, in your spirit. You got to really want it. You got to really be willing to risk life and limb for it. You got to be willing to risk family and friends for it. You got to be willing to invest time and money for it. It's going to take you a burning desire in order to be successful, right? It's going to cost you, man. It costs to be the boss, right? So you got to have a burning desire if you want to be successful. What else does it take to be successful? It takes patience, y'all. Patience. They say patience is a virtue, man. And patience means long suffering. How long can you suffer? How long are you willing to suffer in order to be successful? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to be successful? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to work 60 to 80 hours a week for 5 years straight? Are you willing to work 40 hours a week for 10 years straight? Are you willing to work a 9 to 5, come home, and work on your business from 6 to midnight? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to go to the events? Are you willing to read the books? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Because it's going to cost you something, right? I read in this book, it says, if you want it all, you got to give it all. If you want it all, you have to give it all. You got to give it your all. You got to give up everything. Why? Because you got to trade the good in for the great if you want to be great. Because good is the enemy to great, right? Like, think about that. Good is the enemy to great. That's profound if you think about it, because a lot of people have good lives, and once you get to a good life, you get comfortable. Then once you get comfortable, you stop chasing success. You stop chasing your dreams. You stop chasing your vision because you got comfortable. You became good at what you do. You're now making a good, comfortable amount of money. You're like, I'm not about to work no harder than this. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I don't want to actually continue to chase my dreams because it gets harder. You need to talk to more people. You need to have more conversations. You need to put in more work. The more work you put in, the more successful you're going to be. So you get to a point in your life and it's like, man, I'm not putting in no more work. I'm good right here. So you got to be careful and stay away from that comfort zone. You got to stay away from that comfort zone because good is the enemy to great. So if you want to be great, you can't just be good. Right? So the last thing I want to talk about on what does it take to be successful, right? Number one, what does it take to be successful? It takes work ethic. Number two, it takes desire. Number three, it takes patience. Number four, it takes sacrifice. And number five, it takes investing in yourself, right? You got to put the work in when nobody is watching you. You got to put the work in the dark. You got to put the work in by yourself. If you want to be successful, it's going to cost you. And it's going to cost you time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, and money. And lots of it all. Lots of it all. It's going to take you a lot of time. 3 to 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 1 year. It's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to take you a lot of work. You got to put the work in. You got to go to the networking events. You got to practice your craft. You gotta try to sell. You have to make offers. You gotta put the work in. It's going to take you time. It's going to cost you blood, sweat, tears, and money. It's going to cost you everything that you have. Why? Because good is the enemy to great. So if you want to be successful, you gotta trade in the good for the great, or you'll get complacent, you'll get caught up, and you'll get stuck. So I'm gonna leave that here for now. I truly appreciate all of you guys watching that video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Also, check out the website, www.arielmerch.com. I'm going to leave it in the description below. Check out the website. Go get you a book. Go get you a t-shirt. Support the brand. I appreciate all of the likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Peace.